All types of scary movies are represented in this video, including thrillers, slashers, gore, psychological horror films and more. These are all the 5 horror movies that defined the year 2002, so let's watch top 5 best horror movies of 2002. Number 5, Cabin Fever. Cabin Fever is a 2002 American black comedy horror film directed by Eli Roth and starring Ryder Strong, Jordan Ladd, James DeBello and Giuseppe Andrews. It was produced by Lauren Mouz and Evan Ostrowski and executive produced by Susan Jackson. The film was the directing debut of Roth, who co-wrote the film with Randy Perlstein. Number 4, Dark Water. Dark Water is a 2002 Japanese horror film directed by Hideo Nakata, the director of Ring and Ring 2. Dark Water is based on Floating Water, a short story by Koji Suzuki. The plot follows a divorced mother who moves into a rundown apartment with her daughter, only to experience supernatural occurrences and a mysterious water leak from the floor above, which is eventually traced back to the former tenants. Number 3, Dog Soldiers. Dog Soldiers is a 2002 British horror film written and directed by Neil Marshall, and starring Kevin Kidd, John Pertwee and Liam Cunningham. A British production, set in the Highlands of Scotland, it was filmed almost entirely in Luxembourg. In the US, it premiered as a Sci-Fi Pictures telefilm on the Sci-Fi Channel. Number 2, 28 Days Later. 28 Days Later is a 2002 British post-apocalyptic horror film directed by Danny Boyle, written by Alex Garland, and stars Cillian Murphy, Naomie Harris, Brendan Gleeson, Megan Burns, and Christopher Eccleston. The plot depicts the breakdown of society following the accidental release of a highly contagious virus and focuses upon the struggle of 4 survivors to cope with the destruction of the life they once knew. Successful both commercially and critically, the film is credited with reinvigorating the zombie genre of horror film. The film spawned a 2007 sequel, 28 Weeks Later, a graphic novel titled 28 Days Later, The Aftermath, which expands on the timeline of the outbreak, and a 2009 comic book series titled 28 Days Later. Number 1, Ju-on, The Grudge. Ju-on the Grudge is a 2002 Japanese horror film written and directed by Takashi Shimizu. This film is the 3rd installment in the Ju-on series and the first film to be theatrically released. The film premiered at the Screamfest Film Festival in October 2002 and has spawned several sequels and an American remake titled The Grudge, which was released in 2004.